Hey y'all,
Hey y'all,
it's Kui,
and it's me, and
this
this is The Raw.
Welcome back.
Why sound like whispering? Sound like, are we echoing? Are we whispering?
The camera is up close and personal, so we don't even need to shout. Like at this point,
like
we having a conversation. It's the three of us.
Yeah,
here
or
today.
4 if you're watching with a friend.
Yeah, or 7 if you're watching with 5 friends.
Yeah, or 9 if you're watching with 7 friends.
Quick math, yeah.
You know, I do sometimes.
Easy peasy.
Yes, sir. Algebra major right here.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Sorry. It's boring anyways. We're not boring at The Raw.
Okay, so today, y'all, we have a conversation video about whether or not you are staying with a partner that your parents or your family do not like.
And are you staying with a partner that cheated?
What?
Sorry, just razzle dazzle in there.
And are you staying with a partner that's a kleptomaniac?
Whoa. And are you staying with a partner that's appendicious?
What?
And are you staying with the partner that's appendicious?
What? No, what was it that you were trying to say there? Please tell me. Please, I want to know.
They'll know. The people who have high intellect, they'll know the word.
I don't even think you said a real word though.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Webster.
Yeah, you know my English is strong.
Yeah, my Englisher.
Okay, so really, the first thing was the topic of conversation. And I think it's interesting because a lot of people do value their family's opinion, or like maybe even like let's toss in close friends' opinion on whether or not they like your partner. So I'll let you kick it off, Mish.
Yo, I was on a call today, and every time someone got stuck, they're like, Micheline, if you jump in here. And I'm like, man, I'm tired of jumping. I've been jumping all call.
Oh, get your cardio, sis.
Gosh. Honestly, just to piggyback off what Akuya said, like you can throw in close friends in there also, and it's really be like a very interesting dynamic because a lot of times it is valued. And so I'll just go ahead and toss it back to Akuya. Objects aside,
dog, what's wrong with you? Like, no, for real, what's wrong with you? All jokes aside, what? Come on.
Yeah, objects aside, oh, that's a tough one. Okay, and I think in some, like, to a certain extent, like, other people can see things that you don't see. Like a lot of times in like early stages of relationship, when it's like, you know, the honeymoon butterfly stage, like you'll be so into like this person, trying to make it work, that you like at all costs ignore all red flags. And so I think in that stage it's very, I don't like being interrupted.
Yikes.
JK, LOL. You like avoid all types of red flags, and it's really important to have that second level of enforcement where they can really see the situation at face value without the emotional attachment that you have to that situation. And so I always think it's fair to, like, if you're transparently showing the full picture, to, you know, listen to weigh in from my close friends and family and things of that nature. I do think though at some point, like, your opinion I think always what you're wanting to do, what the depths of your heart tell you to do is what you're going to do. But I do think up to a certain extent, like, there's value in hearing out people that really do genuinely care about you and like are interested in your well-being. You know, we're not talking about no haters here that are like, that's not good for you, whatever. We're talking about people that are genuinely interested in your well-being. Like, sometimes they do actually have, you know, pretty legitimate picture of like what's going on that you may fail to realize because you're emotionally attached. And now I'm gonna pass it on.
That was well said. Yeah, you said it maybe 2 or 3 times, but it was well said. No, because we needed that. I think that you should really drill your point to really emphasize where you stand on the matter. And honestly, if I was to take what you said against the question, I don't really know if I know your answer of whether or not you would stay or you would go.
That's so funny. Early on in my call, they asked me a question, and I just go answering and answering and answering. And then I finish, all 8 people just looking at me. And then one of my coworkers jumps in, he's like, all right, so if I got this correctly, you were saying that. And then goes up. And I'm like, nobody understood what I was saying.
Because, baby, you be going and going and going.
Something I work on, I guess.
No, but that was a really good point. The whole people outside of a relationship have less of an emotional attachment. I think that that's important to note, but I also think that it's important to note that like when you're in a relationship, only the 2 of you guys understand like the entirety of your relationship, right? Mm-hmm. Because like people are only going to see what you show them, and they're only going to see the like amount of time that they've spent with you to be able to know whether or not like they like your partner or they don't like your partner, versus you who's like spent time and hours and days or whatever. Like hopefully you're seeing like all facets of your partner, and you're factoring that into whether or not like it makes sense for you to continue. But I think that for me personally, like on top of that, it would also have to be a conversation on like, on what basis do you not like my partner? Like if it's a thing where it's like, oh, well, you think that he's too shy for me, like that's not enough. Like it has to be something that's actually, yeah. I hate being interrupted.
LOL.
No, it has to be something that's actually like rooted in a reason why our relationship wouldn't work, because otherwise I feel like Micheline, did I do all this for you or something?
No, I'm just
so what's wrong with you?
No, because I want to make sure that it's really rooted in.
They can't even see my hand motions from here. So what are you doing?
Sorry,
besides distracting me. Thank you. It has to be rooted in something that's not going to allow our relationship to work. Otherwise, I don't think I would be like, oh no, I'm gonna leave my relationship. And also to the point that Mish made, like it does depend on the stage of your relationship. Like if it's early stages, then I think that there's not much of an investment that you've rooted. So it's like, if someone sees red flags, easier to let go, and like you also don't really know the person to vouch for them as heavy. But yeah, but it's important for me that my family likes my significant other. So
yeah, that is the direction where I was going to steer us in next, to really take the ship by the wheel here and go into another direction. I was going to say that I think family values differ for everyone. Personally, for me, like with my partner, I guess, like at least in the relationships I've been with in the past, it was very important to me that there's like harmony. And I haven't experienced like that type of discourse where like I'm really into someone and my family is into them, like down to like my brother and like my friends, like they always like who I pick. So like I honestly, like I say it now, it's like only you know, and like you're gonna fight for love and like whatever, and that's like the assumption that I have. But honestly, I don't know if I could reconcile like my family, people that are closest to me, given how important they are to me, seriously, for legitimate reasons, not liking someone I'm with. I feel like to some point I would also like, okay, like why is that? Especially because my family and close friends are all very understanding, very open, and like there are very few things that they're just like hard nosed to. So like, why are you a hard no? Like that is something I would seriously consider, is like what my family and friends have to say that is like, you know, disapproval.
Yeah, definitely. And to that point, like there's very few things that family members, like it has to be a major red flag for them to be like, no, this isn't it. But I also think that like our parents sometimes like have a standard of like the living that they want. Like, you know how your parents say that they want you to have a better life than they had and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I think that there's certain standards that they might have or that they might want in your future partner that might not necessarily align or be like hard no's or yeses for you. So like that might be a thing too. Cause like I know I have a friend whose family member, they're in medical school, they want their partner, like their parents want their partner to also be like doctor as well, type thing. Oh, I want like my kids and my son-in-law to be a doctor. And it's like that might not be something that's on your list, right? But it's like your parents might set the standard, and that's why the conversation has to be like, well, why don't you like this person, or why don't you approve of this person? Because there's so many different things.
Yeah, and based on what B. Simone said though, like they should be a doctor. If they're a doctor, they should look for a doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I know how much you love B. Simone though, like, so it's like I think that you should listen to that too, because like, yeah, equally yoked. Like I want you to make sure that you're equally yoked.
For sure.
And then there's the harder conversations, right? Like as well, like cultural moments and like religious things where it's like some families, like it's a hard no because of that, and it might not be the draw where you draw the line. Like it might be something where your parents draw the line because they also, I know like tribal things with African culture, and then like also with like Indian culture, like they also want it to be from a certain like tribe or region, if I'm like saying that correctly. But like they're really strict about that, and also religion too. So like they want another Indian person who's also Hindu, whatever the case is, and those can be like very strong reasons why your parent doesn't like a person without even giving them a chance to know the person for who they are, because like they've already disqualified them at that point. And so like with things like that, that would just be really hard for me, because it's like you haven't even given this person a chance before you ruled them out. So like in stuff like that, then it's just like one of those things where it's a pushback. But in other things, I think that like my parents particularly, like they have very strong discernment as to like whether someone is genuine or whether someone is sincere. And then they're also very spiritual. And I know that like my mom and well, both my parents have like spiritual gifts that like they lean on as well, like they're prayer warriors too. So I take their opinion as to who I'm like dating and like my friends and who I'm keeping in my circle very seriously based off of that.
So would you be able to stay in a situation where they disapproved?
Did you not hear anything that I said?
But I want you to be able to answer that with a yes or no.
Yeah, but like off of what basis?
Like
what's
knowing your parents, and have the type of discernment they have, that they're able to tell whatever that reason is, they say we don't like this person.
It's hard, right? It's hard, but I want to say that I'll take it into consideration.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a hard one.
Yeah. Next segment, we're going to talk about, it was just off the tip of my tongue. But I wanted to talk about it like here also because it's kind of like aligned. It wasn't would you stay if they cheated. It wasn't that.
You brought that up twice, so maybe you want to talk about it.
It's jogging my memory. Oh, does it matter to you if your significant other doesn't believe in the same thing that you believe in or don't believe in?
Like religion? What do you mean next segment? Like in this same video we're transitioning or what?
Nope, next time they gotta come back.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because
ooh, child. Some people are gonna be pressed. It's a good conversation to have.
My voice cracking, I ain't even saying nothing. My inner self is struggling with that topic. It's like,
Oh wow! So stay tuned. Honestly, did you give your straightforward answer? Did you have one?
I mean, typically
For the like, just
to put you in a chokehold and return you to where we were.
Yeah, just to circle back around on that last one. I know you asked me, so I just wanted to flip the same back to you. Say based off of what you know.
It's hard, right?
That wasn't funny. Enough is enough. honestly.
I know, seriously though, it is difficult. I think that I would have a very difficult time being in a situation where my family didn't approve for real. But ultimately, like Akuya said, it's something that I would take into consideration. And honestly, I think I would get to disapproval before they did.
You would do what?
I would get I would probably already feel these things and feel this way before I even got to them. Like, I just can't imagine a scenario where it's like they're catching this like off weird feeling if I'm very serious with someone and I've never considered those things. So I think it'd be like a confirmation thing for me. And at that point, that's like my, all right, let me really think about this. Yeah. But I've only been in one serious relationship, so I'm basing a lot of things off of what I know from that and what I've learned since then. So,
of course. Yeah, that makes sense. Let us know y'all's thoughts on, and this isn't just limited to your parents, right? Like my sibling, like my brother, I care a lot about how he feels about like who I'm dating and my significant other, and my close friends as well. So let us know your thoughts and whether or not and how much that affects whether or not you stay with your partner.
Yeah, so make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, and share this video with at least 8 friends. Let's round up. What do you say?
10 friends.
With 10 friends. And join us next week, same time, same place, here at The Raw. Bye, y'all.